Behind us is 10 million pounds of rusty scrap metal, and we have just 2 days to turn this junk into the sharpest, shiniest, deadliest swords known to mankind. Begin! There are so many things in this place, I don't even know where to start.
That's a trailer.
We each have to find a piece of scrap to turn into our own beautiful swords.
We've built hundreds of swords before, we've even made them out of pennies, but this is our toughest challenge yet.
What is that? All right, this is almost close to what I need, but not exactly.
There's so much stuff. I don't even know what I'm gonna make the sword out of.
Whatever I find will be heavy. I will be making the most lethal thing on the face of the earth.
This is not deadly enough. In just 2 days, we will have 100 of our subscribers and friends and family coming to watch us test the swords that we build out of junk here. Whoever's sword is a disappointment is gonna get pelted with tomatoes, and I do not want that.
Is it a rocket engine?
This might be it.
That's hollow. Iron Man's toilet seat.
My goal is to get like a car spring, like that. Sword, but going this way, you go. Deadliest weapon, bro. That might be too scary, but I'm gonna try to do it.
I have no plan.
Look at the crowbar!
Okay.
I mean, that would make a good sword.
This is almost exactly what I'm looking for. It's just small.
The junkyard guy told us we have to leave, so we need to start wrapping up really fast.
I gotta go.
Wait, this looks good.
That's just a hunk of metal. You could do something with it. I think this is my object.
Dude, I'm ready for the forge.
Yo, who threw this away?
I think it works.
Oh yeah, you just ride this bad boy out of here?
I mean, that's an...
What?
It starts?
Right. Yeah, we're taking that. We are running out of time, so let's just get this in the van. This is about to become the deadliest sword. Then the junkyard man told us to leave again, and he was getting quite mad.
Yeah, they're telling us to leave. I just not have an object. He's just giving up. Poor guy.
Listen, Peter, come with me. You won't believe what I found.
What a five!
Then we paid for our metal at this Mad Max workshop.
All right, let's go home and build the deadliest swords. The tricky part is, like, we don't know what kind of metal we have. We don't know how it's going to react to heat, to be beat with hammers. We have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know if mine's going to snap.
My only plan is attach a spring to a sword. If it works, I'm gonna have the most deadly sword, no doubt. We built this brand new forge workshop 2 days ago, equipped with everything we need to create the deadliest swords possible, including this 2,000-degree forge, an anvil from Amazon, and Walmart's cheapest angle grinder. We only have 41 hours remaining until our showdown, so let's show off what we have to turn into swords.
I'm gonna be turning this crowbar into a sword just like this. This thing is about 229 pounds heavier than this. Honestly, I don't know where to get started.
How much you say that weighs?
229 pounds.
That's bogus.
This bad boy right here is about 120 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. There's already a sword in this. I just need to bring it out.
I got a dirt bike because why would you not? I have no idea what kind of sword I'm gonna turn this into. The only thing I do know is it has a spring, which means I can make a spring-loaded sword. As far as what I'm gonna make the blade out of, maybe like these tubes, I could like flatten the handlebar. Frame might be a strong piece of metal, but right now this thing's just a disgusting rusty bike, so I'm gonna start working. Creating these swords was way harder than we imagined, with so many crazy surprises and injuries. But for now, I have to turn my bike into a sword by disassembling it, building a winch to wind up the spring, and forging a Damascus blade. Final bolt, let's go. This is the item that's gonna weaponize my sword. Are you just gonna cut a sword out of this? What are you gonna do about the holes?
You think I have a plan? I have no idea what I'm doing. All I have to do is cut the sword out, straighten it using the forge, polish and sharpen it, and then build a handle. First step is to remove all the hardware. But there is a problem. Most of this stuff is absolutely fused. Yeah!
So I'm gonna reattach this bad boy, however it went, wind it up, shping, let it do the damage for me. The only problem is, I have no idea where any of the old pieces are, and now I have to find them again. I'm trying to finish this today. I need that bolt. Kelly, what are you doing?
You know what? I'm gonna have so much free time. My sword's halfway built, and I haven't done anything. So I'm cleaning up Tyler's mess.
Huzzah!
Because I don't want to cut off too much. Fear I may have to make this huge, massive handle come up a little bit further. So I think this is going to be my sword. I've never used an angle grinder before. First time for everything, right?
In order to turn my metal stick into a sword, I have to forge, hammer, grind, and polish this thing into the shape of an actual sword. And I have 2 secret plans for my blade and handle that's gonna absolutely destroy Tyler and Peter.
Since my object is almost already a sword, I get to skip everything that Peter and Tyler are doing and just go straight into forging. There's an anvil on my wiener! Help! Ah! Ah! These pants will never be. That actually happened. No, I was actually kind of terrified. No way! Using science. I mean, semi-truck certified. I don't think this is how you carry a forge. I'm gonna light this on fire and hopefully it works. Open this. Ah! It's hot. I think there's invisible flames here. Something's smoking. Tyler, are you sure you assembled this correctly?
After attaching the winch, all I need to do is mount this at a 45-degree angle, then winch the spring back and let the sword swing upward through the tatami mat. Oh yeah, quick shot of fruity.
For those of you who don't know, this is our new candy brand that we just created. It's called Kampai Foods, and you can find them in Targets all across America. It's like a candy experience I've never had before, and I cannot wait for you guys to try our new candy. This one is my personal favorite.
What's your favorite Kampai flavor?
Me too! We're twinsies! Now I just gotta wire this bad boy up, and we are ready to attach a sword to it.
I've never used an angle grinder before. It's nothing. It's not. Alright, so now it's time to cut the shape out of the sword. You always wear safety equipment. That is terrifying.
Is it just me or is only that side on? I have no idea.
So it is on.
Now I'm gonna put my rod in the forge because we are on a mission to build the world's deadliest weapons from nothing but rusty junk. Then, for the first time ever, we are testing these swords in front of a live audience armed with tomatoes.
You're actually making crazy progress cutting through that.
The crowd's
The base is completed. I mean, if this doesn't look like the most dangerous item, I don't know what does. I mean, you put a sword on there, no chance. So my plan is to fill this hole with shred metal from Pure Sword and screws and nails from our garage, and I'll forge these into a crazy Damascus blade.
And I'm about to be the first one to forge.
This is gonna take a while. If you look at it from this angle,
If you squint your eyes at it, you can almost see that there might be a difference.
that will be a sword in no time. I got you a present from a friend to another friend.
I see.
Cutting you.
diamond! I mean, I'm gonna make a sword in 10 minutes.
It's a different brand. So
It'll work.
I'm actually pranking them because each one of these little holes in the circle is designed to split off and shatter. Go right into his pelvis.
I don't think that's a prank. Now we're gonna attempt to use the 10-pound jumbo hammer, see if we can speed things up. Oh yeah.
I mean, my goodness. Curving up slightly.
I don't know if we're doing something wrong, but this keeps freezing. It also might be this hose. Yeah, it's not getting very hot at all.
Give me that! I didn't know that this metal was gonna be this hard.
let's go, baby. We're still at it.
I'm about 5 minutes away from getting this sword out of containment and into my loving arms.
Just the two tips. That's how strong this metal is.
Don't hit the window.
Give me that!
Oh my god!
I think the next thing to do is straighten it out, yeah?
Yeah, straighten it out.
Creating a Damascus blade involves putting multiple types of metal into one and squishing them around until you have a beautiful pattern. So I'm grinding this rod into metal shreds to fill my tube and create a beautiful pattern myself.
This entire thing's about to be dust.
Like an absolute bullet. Step 1 is done. Now I just have to straighten and sharpen it. So into the forge you go. That'll work.
A few moments later.
Is that supposed to be smoking like that?
Nani?
It's green.
Take it out, it's overheating. I don't know what type of metal you have. Why is it green? Ah, stop, ow, wow. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
That's alien metal. Hammer it lightly, because it looks like it's gonna break.
What is this?
I'll tell you what, it is not safe to
Yeah,
breathe.
it's toxic. I mean, his shrapnel burnt all over my pants.
It spits blue flames? Like, what am I forging? This thing got souls in it. What you mean?
I know, he let him out. This place is haunted now. Big hammer time.
I like that you're actually forging your sword. Meanwhile, I'm just like exercising mine, I guess. Dude, I'm gonna need a priest at the end of this.
This poor anvil.
What do you mean poor anvil?
Look at it.
Anvils are born to be just slammed with hammers.
Not this
over
one.
and over.
This one's Timu anvil. I'm a 40-ton hydraulic press, what I am.
Blue flames is not what I had in mind for today.
What the? I just enchanted my sword with one hit. Man, I got
slicing 3 on this bad boy. I'm gonna need to put my shoes in there and make some frost walkers, dude. Feather falling.
Step back.
I have to pry my hand apart every time. Ah! What is brother trying to do?
I could not name a single item on any of these tables.
Well, I'm turning everything on that table into the world's deadliest spring-loaded sword. And at the end of this video, we will test all 3 of our handmade swords. And if we fail, we will get destroyed with tomatoes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ah! Ah!
We're gonna weld this piece of metal inside of this piece of metal.
And by we mean Kelly.
Plug the welder into the candy cane extension cord.
With no help from Kelly, I now have a welded stick. It's getting down to crunch time and my sword looks like this. So we got some work to do. But now is the time, now is the fun part. I'm gonna insert a bunch of nails, screws, and powder inside this tube and forge it into a Damascus blade. It's gonna look awesome. I filled the outer tube, now we just gotta fill the inner tube.
Now that my tube is full of powder, I have to seal it with a weld. If this weld isn't perfect, oxygen will get inside the metal and ruin my sword.
Looks like a coral reef.
That hurt a little bit. Nothing a little bit of compi candy won't fix. That's a joke. Compi candy is not a medical device.
The time has come for me to stick my stick in the forge and get it so hot that it fuses all of the different metals inside this tube together. If they don't fuse together right, this thing's gonna snap in half as soon as I start hammering it, or as soon as I swing it at 45 miles an hour off of my spring-loaded device. It's all relying on Kelly's welds, so if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna blame him.
I've been watching forging videos, and sometimes when they do this, they hammer it and molten juice just gushes out. Look at your legs.
Let's hope this works. No explosions.
This might actually work.
After lots of hammering, I thought this was looking pretty good until it wasn't.
I now have 55 layers of metal that are not attached to each other and they're just kind of stuck. I'm gonna give up on this, but cut it open and see what's inside. I've acquired a metal beam. We are cruising through Plan C, bro. You thought I was behind, not for long. I mean, look at this creation. I feel like this is gonna work really well. 3, 2, 1. I hate this quick release. That's very slow. I am not happy with that. Time for plan Z and a half. You thinking what I'm thinking? We're still gonna bring the heat with a spring-loaded sword, but instead of it slicing up using this spring, we're gonna slice down using those springs. Now I just have to find a way to attach them all and a way to wind it back.
My sword has come such a long way. Kelly, you've been working hard. I brought you a care package. There's a 2,600 degree forge. This is the world's fastest way to cook a s'more. I guess we need to try again.
That looks like a marshmallow holder device right there.
I'm about to prove that the earth is flat. Where did it go? Wait, it just went straight through, fell out the other side. World's hottest car wash. Soon to be perfectly cooked marshmallow on that table. What? Try again. Golden brown! Where'd it go? Wow! Perfection!
Sour s'mores.
Oh yeah.
You guys have got to try the Kampai sour s'more recipe in Target or online.
Now I am working my way down the sword from the tip to the handle and just refining its final shape. And I think I'm gonna try to add a slight curve to it like a katana. My blade is so long that every time I heat it up, it just kind of melts down. So I'm having to attempt to work around that, but I'm almost done with forging. I finally forged my sword into its final shape, so I'm gonna make the handle about the same length as our Nodashi, maybe add a couple inches. We'll cut off like right about here. Hopefully grinding this down will make it even lighter, because right now it is still insanely heavy.
After I grind down my sword, I can finally start on my 2 secret weapons.
One problem that I had about 5 seconds ago, which is that I had no wood to make the handle out of. But then I started to make lunch, and I got an idea. That's gonna look so good! I have high hopes for this.
After getting fresh wood, I just have to build an arm to pull back 1 ton worth of spring power. Now I'm going to test it with more and more springs to see how powerful we can get, starting with 0 springs.
2 springs. Add more springs.
And that's when this happened.
Get some more screws.
You're about to spring load that? Can't even hold itself up.
Only extra 2x4 we had a ton of holes in it.
Half a trampoline worth of power is going into that beam, which is gonna go into that pumpkin. Oh, it doesn't release.
What was attaching that?
3 screws!
There are 3 screws. Are you serious, Tyler?
How many more screws you need?
Are you way more than that?
Reinforcements.
I can't believe this used to be a piece of scrap, and now it's just a few steps away from being the deadliest sword of all time. I cannot wait to see if this actually slices. First, I need a handle though.
Oh, I say go for it. Yes! All right, now I got the pins in. Now I just need to sand it down to make my job easier for later on.
I'm gonna cut this bit off. I'm gonna sand this down to where the goop is no longer there, and you can see the metal. And then I'm gonna throw tomatoes at the other boys because my sword is superior. Look at this!
If at first you don't succeed, you gotta get back up on your feet and come back stronger.
I finally got this thing completely ground down. Now I'm gonna do something to my blade that is gonna make it 1,000 times better than Tyler and Peter's. I'm going to differentially harden this, and it's gonna make the edge retention a lot better. Hopefully when I heat this up, it doesn't start bending over like it was, because that would suck. But before that, I need to apply clay to the blade.
Now let me watch the tutorial. So he says dip it for 6 seconds, take it out for a few seconds, and then put it back in. It has a higher risk of cracking the blade. Let's get started. One last good look at it before it potentially splits in half. I'm gonna have to hold the world's deadliest weapon like this for about 10 minutes. That's gonna suck. Is it bubbling? I don't know if that's supposed to happen. This is awful. What? It's hot.
Oh, that's red, boy.
Ready? Yeah.
I mean, it's still straight.
It curved a little bit. All of my clay fell off. I don't think that's supposed to happen.
I wonder if the water's hot.
Oh, it's the hot tub right there. It's bent a little bit. Some wobble baby, wobble baby. Hopefully I can fix that. 1% chance that there's a hum online and proper quenching.
Yep.
Oh well.
Making the world's deadliest weapons is not as easy as you would think. It is finally time for me to actually add a sword to my machine. And to do that, I have come to the world's biggest sword junkyard, right here in the Mini Katana house. So I gotta pick one of these swords and attach it to the world's deadliest weapon. I need to pick a sword with the strongest steel because I might snap the blade and that would be bad. Yo, this might be the most legendary katana in Mini Katana history. And I'm about to disassemble it and attach it to the newest legendary sword.
So here's the thing that bugs me the most about your sword. You have all this tension, you have all of this pullback attached to the flimsiest contraption known to man. It's barely connected! Are you kidding me? A forbidden amount of screws. 300 billion pounds worth of springs. I like that the core part of the machine you didn't even make yourself. Found that bad boy in the scrap yard. Imagine being a highly precision engineered vehicle designed to be ridden, and then you get turned into 2 wheels and some buckets.
Now it's time to add some power, add some consistency with the aim, and I think we'll be good. Now that I fixed that wobble, the entire base wobbles. A little wobble is okay. Gosh, I want this pumpkin to just slice in half so bad. There's definitely a little bit of flexion, I think. 3, 2, 1. It's so close every time!
While I have the grinder out, I'm going to add a hook to the end of my blade.
Slicing in 3, 2, 1. Come on. Let's go! Boy, that's how you do it! Now I'm just gonna clean up the spring situation to get ready for the venue and we're good.
Before I finish polishing and put the handle wrap on, I need to make my handle have a hammered finish. And the way you do that will just cut to me.
That's gonna be a huge problem. A piece of the handle just chipped off.
Okay, so what do I do about that? I could sacrifice about a full inch off of my handle. I think it's the only thing that I can do though.
Let me get the angle grinder. Let's do it, baby. Woo!
And all I have to do is put on the handle wrap, and I'm done.
Now that our swords are done, it's time to see whose sword is the best by slicing the world's biggest tatami mat. These have been used for centuries of sword quality testing, and it's said that one mat is equal to one human arm. And this is the mat we are slicing.
But before we slice with the most deadly swords we've ever created, I'm gonna slice with a normal katana to show you what it's supposed to look like. Let's go! So if anybody fails and doesn't do that with their handmade swords, destroy them with tomatoes. Starting with Kelly, revealing the sword that he hand created.
This used to be a crusty crowbar, and I turned it into the longest, heaviest weapon that we have.
2, 1. Oh yeah, you don't even need to grab tomatoes.
That was a rusty crowbar we found in the trash. Now it's on 3 mats.
This is so big. This is what we started with, down the middle. The scary thing is, that was 3, but we're skipping to 5. 3, 2, 1. Need a helmet.
If you think these 2 swords are crazy,
You haven't seen anything yet. This is my sword.
Hey, my crowd was louder.
My sword used to be a galvanized steel beam. Also, the handle is made out of a Walmart cutting board. I don't know why I put full force behind that.
3, 2, 1.
I genuinely think I might be able to get through 8 because I felt 0 resistance. This felt the same as 1 mat.
That was level 3, but now you're on level 5.
I might encounter a little bit of resistance. 3, 2, 1. No resistance. I didn't expect to get this far. Y'all think I can make it? Yeah. Mixed reviews.
Now he's on 8 mats.
3, 2, 1. What? Are you kidding me?
That's like 5 phone books.
Y'all think I can do it again?
Hey, if you don't, you get tomatoed.
3, 2, 1. All right, genuinely, I didn't know that I was gonna get this far. You're telling me I have to cut through the monster mat? I have to let Tyler go first?
if mine can get through 1 mat, you have to subscribe because I don't know about it.
Y'all may wanna take a step back for his device.
So he's having us build a wall. Tyler used the whole junkyard. Water-cooled sword.
The time has come to reveal the deadliest weapon that we have here today. This was a motorcycle, which I chopped in half, flipped upside down, and attached half a trampoline worth of springs onto. We'll put that sword through any tatami mat at lightning speed. I'm gonna start by slicing the half mat. 3, 2, 1. That's a sliced mat, baby! Woo!
I am disturbed at how easily that sliced through.
Jesse, can you press that button for me?
I mean, actually like staring down the barrel of a gun.
I think a gun would be safer.
Who has confidence in me now? One person was really excited. No way it's getting through 3 mats, bro.
2, 1.
Who would have looked at this contraption and said, yup, that's slicing through the tatami mats? Not me. Not me either. This is the level we started at, and this is what we're at now, using a sword made out of an old motorcycle. If this works, I don't even subscribe. If I fail, this entire crowd's gonna throw tomatoes at me.
You think Tyler's getting through this? You think so?
Maybe this one.
No.
We're going way wound up for this one. 3, 2, 1. So now Peter gets to slice the world record mat because apparently his sword was the best. Let's see what he can do.
Y'all think I can cut through this? Grab any of these tomatoes that you want. We started with this, which is the density of a human arm. Now I'm at this, which is the density of about 400 human arms.
Let's see what he can do.
3, 2, 1. Dude, ow, these hurt.
This might be the most entertaining video we've ever made. Subscribe and we'll do it again.